Hello, everybody. I am here with Zita Keeley, host and co-producer of All the Best with Zita Keeley, a foodie lifestyle show combining travel, destinations, and whining and dining. So if you're into all that stuff, we're going to cover that and more on Insider Travel Report. How are you and where are you?
Well, thankfully, healthy and good. I'm in Florida, our big epicenter, but we're doing well.
First, tell us a little about yourself, your background.
Well, I'm a New Yorker, so hello, New York. I grew up in the Bronx. I went to school in Manhattan, but I ended up living in lots of places. I lived all over New York City, and then I moved to New Jersey, and then I actually lived in London, England. I wasn't able to work. I was actually there with my ex-husband and his work, so I had to be a at-home mom. With that, I ended up seeing a lot of friends and going out to eat a lot. And in Europe, wine is a big thing. It's a part of every meal. So I got very interested in that. So that got me involved in the wine business. I started studying at Cordon Bleu in London in that. Well, by the time I moved back to the States, I decided to have a career in wine. So I became a wine specialist. I had a wine school. And then I was really interested in getting people to know more about wine because I think it's something that people get very intimidated about. So I decided to make a show about wine, and I had a local New Jersey TV show that was called Time to Wine and did a few episodes, but that wasn't enough for me. So then we led on to the next thing and decided to put everything together, my life in TV, my life in travel, my life in wine and food, and I love cruising, and that's how the show started. We just decided we're going to do this.
Those are all the elements of each show.
All the elements.
So the show's focus then is, how would you describe it?
I consider it, I think that when you travel, for me, that I find out the most through people and their stories and good food. So that really is the focus of the show, going to destinations and finding out about a place that way. I call it like a taste of a place or speed dating a place. Cruising is a great way to get around. It took years. I had not cruised till like 15 years ago. But once I started, you get hooked. I'm sure you know this. You just get hooked. It's amazing. You unpack once, you're like in a luxury hotel, and then the next day you're somewhere new. So the thing is how do you...
hotel takes you place to place. There's nothing like
place to place, yeah. You don't have to do anything. And the whole time you're eating and drinking and being entertained on board in luxury, and then poof, you're somewhere new. It's a fabulous way to get around. So then in each place, it's hard. You don't have that much time when you're off a cruise ship. So I feel the best way to do that is by meeting people and eating with them and getting their stories. And then you learn more about the culture, history, the food, all that kind of thing.
That is the only negative about cruising is you don't really get to delve, but you do. I don't think you take the excursions offered. You take your own.
We take our own. Everything we do on our own. We actually do a lot. I mean, obviously it's a production, so we do a lot of pre-production work, getting in touch with people. And what's really interesting for people to know, everyone to know out there, is that a lot of those people, some people we know in advance, or we've talked to in advance and had conversations, but many people, many times we'll get to a place, we have no idea. Are they actually going to be there, ready to meet us? Do they really have this plan for us? So it's a little bit hairy at times. We never know
how welcoming they are. I've seen an episode, and you're sometimes shocked at just what comes out of the kitchen for you.
Oh my gosh. The people, it has been amazing. And people, I think one of the questions I get asked a lot is, what happens if you don't like anything? And it really hasn't happened. One time in Russia, I didn't like the coffee, but big deal, right? But as far as the food, I've been really fortunate. And I'm very adventurous. I mean, I really do enjoy trying new things. I love cooking, so it's fun to see what they use in their recipes and the different elements. I remember in one of the, we did a river cruise, and in one of the countries, marjoram, the spice marjoram was like used in everything. And it's just interesting in different places what becomes the main ingredient of something.
How would you say your cooking at home has changed because of your exposure to the world's cuisine?
Oh, it has made me very exploratory, I guess you could say. And I understand about really flavoring things. So, and
What
with
would go with what and what doesn't go with what?
Exactly, what goes with what doesn't go with what, pairings.
It's chemistry.
It is. It really is chemistry. And with COVID, I mean, I've been home, so I've been cooking a lot, a lot. And it's been fun.
Tell us about, I mean, it takes a village. You have a team that puts these on. Tell us about some of the personnel.
I think I have a fabulous team. I know people when they get up, talk about their shows or various things, they're like, I have the best team. I have the best team. I have worked with this group. First of all, let me just say that my mom is my biggest fan and also my biggest, shall we say, benefactor, executive producer. She has believed in me in the show for the start. My husband, Patrick Keeley, is our executive producer, who is unbelievable with helping find all these people and getting everything in place. And he is Mr. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, Plan D.
He's detail-oriented, I would take.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, he is ready. If anything goes wrong, he's ready. And it must be pretty hectic for him sometimes when we get to a place and he has to rush out and not knowing if they're going to be there. And of course, if you're in a foreign country, their time frame is different. They're not thinking you're on a cruise ship and you only have 2 hours or whatever. They want to give you the world. So, we have to keep them in line and in time and all of that. So that's
without feeling like you appear ungrateful.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, so that's, you have to handle that with kid gloves, really. And he's really good at that. And then our director, Johnny Sang, is phenomenal. He has an eye that is just wow. He knows me to a T. So we work so well together.
And he also edits, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah. I work with him editing. We get some other editors, but we work beautifully together. And he's always looking for the new angle that he could get. And I think if you look at our shows, the footage is absolutely breathtaking. And we do it in such a short amount of time.
You use the same DP all the time?
We use Kevin Provost is our DP. And
let's explain to everybody, that's a director of photography.
Yes, correct, director of photography. And again, Kevin, he has his ideas. He's got great ideas. He's done a lot of work for Food Network shows and, he knows cooking shows. So he knows how to get the right angles of food. He knows that I'm very quick to eat. So he'll stop me to make sure he gets the shots he needs. And he always looks for those perfect shots and he gets very excited about it. So there's real passion, and I love that. We filmed this past summer, the shows aren't out yet, in Croatia and Malta and fabulous places over there on the Dalmatian coast. And this time we actually had 2 more people join our team. We had basically she was our assistant director, which is my stepdaughter. And we actually brought her along because she needed a trip, but I needed someone to do my makeup. So she came along, and then it turned out she was this fantastic assistant director. She helped Johnny so much by telling people that we need more time and, keeping everything in line as well. So I guess she's her father's daughter after all. And that worked well. And Petra came as well. We had a actual doctor with us, so in case anything happens. So it was really, but it's really nice. It's a family team, and it's beautiful. It really is.
These, let's start talking about episodes. So how many episodes are there? And then we'll later talk about where we can see them.
It's hard to keep track. I think we have around 35 episodes altogether at this moment. We've split them up into various seasons. We filmed, I can tell you where we filmed. We filmed in Baltics, which is, areas like Russia and Helsinki, Finland, and Stockholm, Sweden, and those places in Germany. We filmed in the Mediterranean. We filmed in Canada. We filmed in Alaska. And yeah, it's been, and as I mentioned, Croatia and all those places, beautiful places. And we have done a river cruise as well, which was down the Danube River, which was stunning.
So when you're planning your visits, how did you plan it in the past? And now there's always the caveat of, is it open and can we even go?
Yeah, right now we have not been. I mean, we are discussing what we want to do and where we want to go next. It's very possible we'll just be filming in the Caribbean because I have no idea when we'll be able to get back overseas. Honestly, when we film, sometimes we don't know until I'd say we need about 2 to 3 months, good period of time. So longer than that doesn't really work for us too much because we can plan something with somebody and then something comes up and poof, it's gone.
So now, where can these episodes be viewed?
Our episodes right now, we have a season 1, which is our Baltics and some of Europe, Italy, etc., on Amazon Prime, and it's available to Amazon Prime members. And right now it's in every English-speaking country. It's on Amazon Prime. We are presently subtitling in Spanish, so it will be available in every Spanish-speaking country as well on Amazon Prime. And we will see how that goes. And we might add other languages as well. And then we are working on the next shows. The next season, which will be Canada and Alaska, should be up in the next month or so. And before Christmas, season 3, which will be some more of Europe and some of the newer shows.
So right now there's 10 on Amazon Prime. The next season's is going to go there afterwards.
Correct.
So there's okay, and then you're already working on the 3rd season. Got it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So, and Amazon Prime was our choice because it's streaming is the way to go. It's we did broadcast, as you know.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah. We actually broadcast last year or year before in Florida locally, and obviously that was great, but we wanted to get out to the world. So Amazon Prime is the answer for us at the moment.
Now, the other thing that I'm interested in is that you're not just a host and a co-producer, but you're also a travel advisor. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have a franchise. My husband and I own a franchise of Dream Vacations, part of World Travel Holdings. And interesting story how that came about. Here we are with our show, and we're trying to figure out sponsorships and so on and so forth. So we're looking at travel people. And my husband saw that Dream Vacations offered franchises. And we went on and we decided, what's another question people always ask me? You go to all these amazing places. How can we do it? And they want to know, they want to be able to get there. They're always asking me advice. So we figured, that's kind of a really good tie-in. We may as well be the advisors for people and book travel for them. So we did our full training with Dream Vacations. And
when was this?
It was in 2018, May 2018. And we had a great group of trainees with us, fabulous group of people that we love dearly. I have to say, I am totally impressed with this company. They have been a rock during this entire horrible period of time. I mean, obviously and sadly, I have 0 clients at the moment. Nobody's booking travel for us. Many travel advisors who've been in the business for a long time, maybe they have people that are continually to do it, but we don't. But Dream Vacations are, on a weekly basis, the president and the director and all the people, they're sending us emails. They're trying to encourage us, trying to keep us motivated. They're doing trainings, online trainings. They are constantly sending messages of, the future and to keep your lip up, so to speak. Anyway, they are phenomenal. So I'm very proud of being part of that company. During
the time before the coronavirus, were you able to dabble in it? And were you able to, that was like about a year where you got to really, before this all happened, feel what it was like to be a travel advisor?
Yeah, it's interesting because, being a host of a TV show, and it's like, this is what I do. It's like, oh, do I want to get on I don't really want to sit there and listen to someone call me up and say, I want to book a trip to, Las Vegas or something like that. It's not really about that for us. We're more into wanting to do groups and things, and even tied in with the show, we thought, oh, do you want to see where all the best went on this particular cruise. And then you can do the
So
same.
you could package each show as a package.
We could
But
do
you could
that.
also do it forward. You could say, we're going to do this show
Exactly.
as part of the audience.
Exactly. So that they could join Zita on All the Best with Zita Keeley, maybe even film with me. You know, we can do all that. And
That's season 3 or is that season 4?
that will be season 4.
Well, I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that one.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be on that show.
You could be on it. We always need help. Help is always a good thing. So, you know, it's very good to have. But it's, that is really our intention. And I mean, it's funny because we were really on the cusp of doing that. And then, of course, everything happened. So, but it's a time to plan and a time to think ahead. And, you know, we never look back. We always look forward and the present. And the present right now for us, you know, a lot of people are waiting for 2020 to end. And I'm thinking, well, it's never good to look that way. It's always good to think of all the accomplishments and things you have done to this point, you know? And up until COVID, you know, we were in the Bahamas and cruising in March up until this happened. And then, you know, now it's just planning time, learning, planning the shows, writing our website has been revamped for All the Best with Zita Keeley as well.
Let's wait. What is that address? How can people keep in touch?
www.allthebestwithzita.com, and my name is Zita, Zita.com. And I blog right now. It's basically cruising with Zita during the time of coronavirus. So it's cruising from home and trips we've had and memories and recipes and all that kind of thing. So it's fun.
Well, at a time like this, it's just great to have more and more ways to imagine travel, and you're just another outlet for us. So I'm glad that
it is. It's a great way to virtually travel with me. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And this is Alan Fine from Insider Travel Report.